Guys, we have another Devo Day here today, and I am grateful that you guys are taking the time to tune in. Today I want to talk about rest is the ultimate sign of trusting God. Resting is the ultimate sign of trusting God. Let me break it down for you. Listen, when we rest, we are acknowledging that we have hit our limits, our abilities, and that we are handing it over to God to do work, right? It means that we know when to say enough, right? And we struggle with this in our culture, in our communities, right? We have means that provide us the opportunity not to have to rest, right? Like the light bulb we can stay up as late as we want because we have light at our resource with just flipping a switch. Or caffeine, right? How many of us are literally living off of caffeine at points because we're like, well, I have to do everything I can do. I was once told when I was younger, one of the greatest ways that you can tell God that you trust Him is by taking a nap. Now, in the moment, I was like, oh, great. I used it as an excuse. But the truth is, it is true. It's when you say, God, at the end of the day, I've done what I can do. I've served you willingly, but I know it's in your hands. I know that you are in control, right? Even God in Genesis chapter 1, right? He rests. God knew with creation when to say enough. And He set that example for us to know when to say enough, right? God could have continued to create, right? It's not like God's imagination was limitless or that His power was drained or even that He was tired. But instead, He set forth the example for us as Christians, as followers, as mankind to know, okay, I have done enough. And now it is time for God to do work, for God to be in control, knowing when to rest. Guys, rest is one of the ultimate signs of trusting that God's got it in His plans. When we don't rest, when we stay up so late working, or we work 7 days a week, or whatever else, it almost is saying to God, listen, God, I know you think you've got it, but actually I need to have my hand on the wheel, in control. And instead of recognizing God is the author, the creator, the everlasting king over all of it, and His will be done whether John Ciata does work or not. So we look at Genesis chapter 2, and we get to day 7. It says, thus the heavens and the earth were completed in all their vast array. By the seventh day, God had finished the work He had been doing. So on the seventh day, He rested from all His work. And God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, because on it He rested from all the work of creating that He had done. God did not need to take a break. He took a break to set an example for us so that way we would understand when to say enough. Some of us need to take this into our lives and know when to say enough. Some of us need to take that with our work life, our staying up super late at night, whatever it may be. We need to know when to say enough and say, God, listen, you have this, you've got this, it's in your hands, it's in your control, and I trust you. I trust you to do your will and your work with it. Love you guys. Listen, let us rest in knowing that God's got it. Have a great rest of your Devo Day.